fourth graders, it's your favorite bird friend, Naruto. I'm here to talk to you about flying and angles and how they connect to one another. But you're gonna help me with the problem today, okay? Okay, today's lesson is 11.5. We are finding the unknown angle measurement. So we are going to find the missing angle. Or I can determine the missing angle. So listen to my problem. Naruto, me, has perfected flying. I have. He starts with his wings at 52 degrees above his side. 52 degrees. And then moves them to be 83 degrees above his body. So I go from 52 to 83 degrees above my body. How many degrees do I move that second time? So between my 52 to my 83, wait, that's too far. 52 to my 83, how many degrees do I move that second movement? Let's solve it. All right, so we have 52 and we know we end at 83. So let's draw some angles, okay? So what this is saying is that my first movement, I move my arms 52 degrees. And then I end up, well, that's probably not very accurate. Whoop. Then my second movement gives me where the whole movement total is 83 degrees. How do I figure out what this missing degrees is? So I started at 52, and then I moved all the way to 83. How many degrees did I move that second time? How are we going to figure out this missing angle? So we used to do 52 plus whatever is going to equal 83. So let's think the opposite. Last time we were adding yesterday, so today we're going to try the opposite and subtract. So our total is 83, and we're going to subtract what we do know, 52, to see if we can find this unknown angle. So 3 minus 2 is 1, 8 minus 5 is 3. So 31 degrees. Well, let's make sure that works. Is 52 plus 31, 80 degrees, 83. 2 plus 1 is 3. 8 plus 5 is 83 degrees. So my first movement, I go 52 degrees, and then my second movement, I go 83 more degrees up. And then in total, I have 83 degrees when I fly. Fabulous. All right, let's try some more missing angles, okay? All right. At some point I went back to my normal voice, I'm not sure when. Okay, example number 1. If we have a straight line, like so, and we know, oh, I drew this backwards, sorry. Okay, we have a straight line like this, and we know that this angle right here is 55 degrees. We want to know how much is this missing angle. How would we do it? So if you remember, a straight line, or half of a spin, is 180 degrees. So this whole thing is 180 degrees. Remember, half of a circle is 180. Okay? So how do we figure out this missing degrees? Well, we take our total, 180, and we minus what we know, which is 55. So let's subtract. We can't do 0 minus 5, so we borrow. All right, 10 minus 5 is 5. 7 minus 5 is 2. 1 minus 0 is 1. So this missing degrees is 125 degrees. Okay, so what we're taking is the overall total angle and minusing the angle we do know to figure out the missing angle. Okay, let's try another one. Example number 2. Okay, if we have, okay, here we go. Here is my interesting shape. Okay, perfect. This is the shape that I'm cutting. I cut a piece of paper into. Lovely. I know. Okay. And I am, hang on, I'm trying to read my question. I really understand it. So I know that this whole thing right here is 115 degrees. Okay? But I want to know, how much is this angle right here? So how could I figure out how much this missing angle is if this whole thing is 115 degrees? Well, think about it. I'm going to send you a little bit closer. And you're going to fall, and that's going to be okay. All right. You got to learn to fly at some point. Push you out of the nest, right? Okay. So we're looking at this problem. How can we figure out this one? Well, what do we know? What about this angle? They didn't tell us anything about this angle, but what do we know about angles that have a perfect right angle? They are, anytime it's a right angle, it's 90 degrees. So we know that this one is 90 degrees, and we know that we don't know this one. So let's take our total. We know we have 115, and we know that this angle is 90 degrees. So we need to figure out what's left. Well, 5 minus 0 is 5. 11 minus 9 is 2. So we know that this leftover angle is 25 degrees. And they didn't tell us the 90, but we knew it was 90 because it was a right angle. See, it's good to know that right angles are 90, straight angles are 180, and full circles are 360. Okay, let's give you your first pause problem. Pause problem number 1. All right. I'm going to give you an easy one for the first one and a harder one for the second one. Okay. If you have this angle, and I told you that this part is 57, and I don't know, I want to know what this part is, but the whole thing is 95 degrees. What is this missing piece? Okay, give it a try, but I'm going to keep going. So we take our total angle, which is 95, and we're going to subtract what we know. We know that one angle is 57, so to figure out the missing, we have to subtract it. 5 minus 7 I can't do, so I borrow from the 9. It turns to an 8, and that makes it 15. 15 minus 7 is 8, and then 8 minus 5 is 3. So we know that this missing angle is 38 degrees. I hope you got it. I hope you're slightly understanding or completely understanding. Okay, I'm going to give you a harder one for challenge problem number 2, or pause problem. Excuse me. Pause problem number 2. So bear with me, I'm going to draw you this really cool picture. This kind of looks like Nevada in a way. That's where I'm from. Okay, or it kind of looks like a person talking, right? Like a word bubble, maybe? That's what I feel like it says. Okay, if I told you that this whole angle right here was 225 degrees. Okay, this whole angle from here to here is 225 degrees. And I just wanted to know what this angle right here measured. How would you solve that? You're gonna have to use some knowledge you already know. All right, go for it. Pause it and try it. I'm gonna keep going. So this whole thing, we know what the total is. We're trying to find this missing piece. So we gotta say, what is this angle? Well, I know a straight line is gonna be 180 degrees. So I can take what I know, 225, and minus what I do know is 180. So 5 minus 0 is 5. 2 minus 8 I can't do, so I borrow. 12 minus 8 is 4. And then 1 minus 1 is 0. So this missing angle is going to be 45 degrees. I hope it didn't trick you too hard, but that is it for today. Remember, you can pause, go back, slow down, whatever you need. I hope you get it. All right, my little birds, I hope you soar.